But Johnny, let's move on into our third topic. Usually I'm saying final topic, but we got 4 topics today. So we got a long podcast. This one is kind of a unique one because we don't usually do something like this. So it could either be going one of 2 ways. This could be a huge success and one of the best segments that we've ever done, or it could be a complete train wreck. We're going to find out at the very end of it. So what we are doing is we're going to go through and try to predict what Phase 4 for Marvel is. And kind of the baselines we're using for this is, number 1, Kevin Feige recently, when doing press for Captain Marvel, has said that Marvel has the next 6 years planned out. We already know the next 3 years pretty much for sure. So really all we're predicting is 2023, 2024, 2025. This is also kind of maybe what we would do if we were in Kevin Feige's shoes. So how I'm going to do it, Johnny, is on my computer here. Let me put 2023 for us, 2024, 2025. And I'm going to kind of put the movies in there as we kind of put them in. But here's what we've got right now, starting with 2020. So next year, Black Widow, The Eternals. Then in 2021, Black Panther, Doctor Strange, Spider-Man 3 Home Alone, Avengers 5 ? Then in 2022, Guardians 3, Captain Marvel 2, Fantastic Four ? Here's one thing that I want to throw out to you first. Is now, like 2021, we have 4 movies there. Kevin Feige has said they're going to try to stay to the plan of 3 movies per year. The question I want to ask you, for the sake of this topic, do you want to stay true to that, or do you want to say, hey, if it's a Spider-Man film, which is going to be put out by Sony, or if it's like, hey, now we've got the X-Men stuff, we can probably do one of those here. Do you want to stay 3 a year, or do you want to add a 4th movie per year, depending on what we're going to get into?
We'll do a 3 to 4, maxing at 4, but then it's got to be Marvel and 1 Sony, or Marvel and 1 Fox, or some combination of that.
So the reason we would go 4 for 3 reasons.
Yeah.
Either Spider-Man film, X-Men Fantastic Four film, Avengers film. That's it.
Yeah, okay.
Because the Avengers team up too, and before we get into predicting the stuff, there's some stuff we've got. We got to unpack too.
Yeah.
First off, the Avengers movies.
Yes.
We're being spoiled, Johnny.
Well, wait. Are we considering the Avengers movie? We're going to do a 4th one if it's Avengers, because I feel like that's still like part of that MCU.
Yeah. No. It is.
So that doesn't count towards the 4th one.
But here's what I'm bringing up. Is we've been spoiled. We're getting back-to-back Avengers movies.
That's true.
We usually don't get that. It was Avengers, then wait about 2.5 years. Age of Ultron, then wait about 2.5 years. Civil War, which was kind of in the middle. Like
Avengers 2.5.
Yeah, we usually don't get those big Avengers team-ups year after year.
No, we don't.
So really, if you think about it, and I'm going to put this in right now, and I'm going to ask you, so Avengers 5, people are thinking 2021 with a question mark. First off, do you want to take the question mark away for 2021 and just say Avengers 5 2021? That's number 1. Number 2, if so, if we do remove that question mark right now, should we then just pencil in 2024 2025 Avengers 6? Which would probably be, let's be honest, 2025 Avengers 6. Because of the X-Men and Fantastic Four movies.
Let's do that as... Why don't we do something like this? Either... Why don't we do it more of a offshoot? Great Lakes Avengers or West Coast Avengers? Where, like, there's one where Hawkeye takes over one of the groups and does that. I mean, that's what I would say...
That's still the team-up movie, though.
Yeah,
right?
okay. Then I don't know. I'm trying to think of that. We should keep that question mark.
Think about it.
Yeah.
Think about it. Let that one ferment because that's number one. You got to deal with the team up movies because those happen every couple of years. Number two, here's what we're going to do to start to make things a lot easier is let's just brainstorm. You tell me what are some movies that you think, all right, in the next 3 years, 2023, 2024, 2025, that we don't have already, what do we need to hit? Could be either a sequel, could either be a new property.
So we're talking 2023 right now?
Yeah, so we already have what we do have. So Black Widow, Eternals, Black Panther 2, Doctor Strange 2, Spider-Man 3, Guardians 3, Captain Marvel 2, and then Avengers Fantastic Four are kind of like they could do those in 2021 and 2022 just to make things easy. Let's just come up with everything like kind of like if we had a whiteboard here, we would just be penciling down, okay, this could, like I'll throw one out. Namor. Namor is one that I would throw out. Nova is also another one because they could do a Nova one tomorrow. Namor is a little bit difficult because they would have to get the rights, but I think they could get the rights for Namor if they really wanted to. What's one or two that you think that's like in the by 2025 we definitely have to do one of these?
I think
X-Men obviously.
X-Men need to be thrown in there at that point.
At least one X-Men movie.
Yeah.
By that time.
It'll get your basic X-Men lineup. Because then, let's see. We could possibly, if they want to kind of reboot it, we could also in one of those years throw out, I just forgot. Black Bolt's their leader. Why can't I think of them?
Inhumans.
Inhumans.
So I'll put Inhumans down there.
I'm setting something up for you when I do that.
Yes. You're setting up the Illuminati.
Yes.
Is what you're doing. Because like
I know you're all about that Illuminati.
Because Iron Man, I think they're done with Iron Man.
They are.
Captain America, they're done with Captain America.
Exactly. That's why I'm not bringing
Thor,
any of them in.
They're done with Thor.
Maybe some write-ins here and there because he's still willing to come back.
Yeah, but not like a Thor movie.
No, probably not.
Because I'm trying to think. We've got Namor, we've got Nova, we've got X-Men. Let's see. So Spider-Man Far From Home is this year. So
how about a Ghost Rider?
Ghost Rider could be one. I'm trying to think too. So Spider-Man Homecoming. What year did that come out? Was that 2017?
I think so.
Was that one? Because all I remember is it was the weekend that Mark got married.
2016?
It was
2017.
2017. So 2017, 2019. So 2 years for that. Then the 2019. So every 2 years is a Spider-Man. I'm just going to put 2023 Spider-Man 4. Because we know there's going to be. I think so.
Because they might be Sony debatable on the rights at that point.
I think there'll be a fourth one.
Because I'm thinking, so we got.
Because that would mean 2023. I'll put it down on
Captain
the list.
Marvel 2 comes out in 2022. If we don't do the Avengers 5 in 2021, because the first Avengers came out in 2012.
Yeah.
And we got Age of Ultron 3 years later in 2015.
Yep.
And if you count the next Avengers actual movie was 2018, another 3 years. 3 years from 2019, let's say, or 2018.
Which 3 years, like
2023.
And that's the thing. 3 years from this
no, that's
one.
2020.
3 years from this one would technically be 2022, but would they do it in 2 years?
Push it off one more year, and you can do New Avengers.
Yeah, and that's one thing I know you're really pushing for.
I am pushing because they're like sort of with talks. They're sort of setting it up, especially when they say, and I can't remember the Miss Marvel's actual name. Do you remember?
Kamala Khan.
Yeah, Kamala Khan. If they're gonna introduce her in Captain Marvel 2, setting up more and more for New Avengers.
Yes.
Where Falcon is the Captain America. You have Captain Marvel, but then you also have Miss Marvel. Nova, if you introduce your Nova. So if you make it like Avengers in 2021, 2023, 2024, you can do the new Avengers.
Yeah.
Because then you can throw your Nova movie in there. You can then introduce Miss Marvel, maybe even make her own movie a year after that if you wanted to or not. Spider-Man's in that. Tony Stark's technically in there, but you can work your way around that. It's Marvel. And then Vision's in there too.
Yes.
In that group. And if I miss someone, female Thor. That's the only one we would have to figure out how to set up.
I was going to ask you about her.
Yes.
Do you think that they give us a Lady Thor movie?
Maybe if they want to set that up by 2023, 2024, and then maybe even swap out that Avengers movie with Thor, whatever they want to make it. And then, and just again, like slight storyline, they left the hammer in Norway. Who knows what happened with that?
Here's another thing I want to throw out. Deadpool and Silver Surfer, do they get their own movies in the next 6 years? Deadpool, he gets another movie, right?
Yeah, throw Deadpool /
But here's the thing with
X-Force.
Here's the thing with Deadpool that I want to throw out. Would he also count as that like fourth movie? Because he wouldn't be MCU, he'd be rated R.
Fourth
over
freebie.
Here. Okay,
He's that fourth freebie.
I'm gonna put him down, but he's in the fourth freebie.
Yeah, we'll consider the fourth one a freebie.
Yeah.
So like, Fox will consider freebies, and Sony will consider a freebie.
Even X-Men and Fantastic Four, you'd consider a freebie, or would you consider putting them into the MCU?
How about we do since they're gonna be bought out by them? Rated R. Fox are freebies.
Okay, that works for me. So far, here's the list that we got going. Namor, Nova, X-Men, Inhumans, Ghost Rider, Spider-Man 4, Deadpool 3. Would that be Deadpool 3?
Either put Deadpool 3 / X-Force in case we decide to go X-Force instead.
Because also remember the ones that they put on. So Doctor Doom was on.
Yes.
And I'm just saying we're pushed off. Kevin Feige could say no, fuck that. We ain't
Fox
doing it.
was talking about doing that though. Yeah.
There was the Gambit movie.
Yes.
That they also were talking about. Was there one more that I'm forgetting that was kind of pushed off? New Mutants is reshooting a lot, but that's going to come out. Dark Phoenix Saga is going to come out.
Don't think there was anything else.
The only other thing I can think of is, are there any sequels we're missing on? Like, I know that Doctor Strange 2, like 2021 seems like the sequel year. Black Panther, Doctor Strange, Spider-Man 3.
Home Alone.
Yeah, Spider-Man 3, Home Alone, which would be great. Let's get a Macaulay Culkin cameo in that movie.
That would be fantastic.
He's in New York.
Did we miss... Is there supposed to be an Ant-Man and the Wasp 2 coming out?
Yes. Well, 3 it would be.
Well, there's Ant-Man, then Ant-Man and the Wasp.
The third Ant-Man movie.
Third Ant-Man, second Wasp movie.
You're right. Ant-Man and the Wasp. I'm going to put 2.
Would you throw in another Thor movie somewhere? Or would that be the Lady Thor one where you have Hemsworth in there kind of cameoing-ish? Not cameo because he's going to be in a little bit longer than a cameo. But
when was the last... Ragnarok was what, 2017? 17? Ooh. Maybe.
It's not focusing on him, but it is...
I'm thinking. See, that's an interesting one because by the time of, let me see Hemsworth's IMDb page, because he's got that Hulk Hogan biopic we're going to talk about. Let's see, he's got right now. Let's see, post production. Yeah, the only one he's got on his list is just announced, and that's the Hulk Hogan biopic. We could put it down. We'll put down Thor, but we'll say that one of that would be Thor. I'm gonna put Lady Thor in parentheses because really
we know
that'll be handing the mantle off to her.
Handing the mantle, as in like mantle. She's getting the Mjolnir and he gets to keep Stormbreaker.
Basically. I'm trying to think. Doctor Strange wouldn't get a third film by that time. Neither would Black Panther.
It's too bad we're not going to get a Hulk movie. unless you can find someone else to pair him up with, because they don't plan on doing that.
Let me think. Pairing him up?
Because, like, we sort of got a Hulk movie. It was Thor Ragnarok, in parentheses.
Planet Hulk.
Yeah. So, it's too bad we're not necessarily going to get that.
We don't even know if Ruffalo's going to be around after.
That's true. That's the only one out of the main Avengers we haven't heard.
Give me... You know what?
An idea of what he wants to do.
Spider-Man 3, spoiler home. Spoiler bros, come home. Hulk and Spider-Man, baby. Mark Ruffalo and Tom Holland spoiling everything.
Even if it's just a cameo, if he's Hulk, Spider-Man comes and does that one scene in the comics where he makes him laugh so hard he turns back into Bruce Banner.
Mm-hmm. By the way,
that'd be hilarious.
This is very off topic, but I thought about this the other day. You know, it's one post-credit scene I want to see from Avengers Endgame.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see Hulk eating the Hulka burning fudge.
Yes.
I want to see him, not even if it's Bruce Banner. I just want to see either Bruce
I want to
or
see Hulk.
Professor Hulk eating it.
Holding it like two fingers really gently and
just eating it, yeah.
With an actual spoon.
They're all eating their own Ben and Jerry's.
I would love that.
I'm trying to think if there's any more that, because what about on the Fox side?
Well, it's Fantastic
Dr.
Four.
Doom, Gambit. I'm trying to
true.
think of the ones that they were going to do. They were going to do the Kitty Pryde movie. I don't know.
Make a Colossus Kitty Pryde then. But the Gambit one, switched it over to Gambit and Rogue like you've talked about before.
But that's another thing of like, would that be a Disney Plus thing? I'm trying to think if we're missing any. I can't, like, and that's the thing. It's so much of a shift. And plus there's other cosmic, like the Eternals, they could do another. Would we do another Return? Nah, we wouldn't do another.
I think
Eternals
it's
movie
to start introducing
by that time.
I mean, I'm starting to try to think, like, do we start going to villains? Do we start like AIM? We had an AIM mentioned, and then you can have something based on MODOK, but that's an Iron Man villain, and how do you work with that?
Yeah.
What about the Defenders though? I know they pulled all that stuff off of Netflix.
Here's the thing with that.
Yeah.
Cancellations have started. So basically from now there's a 2-year grace period.
Mm-hmm.
They call it like a dead period or whatever.
Exactly.
So basically you could not start developing things for them until so we wouldn't start developing stuff for them until 2021. That means by filming, technically you could, but I think that would be a Disney Plus thing.
That's what I'm about to basically asking. Is that Disney Plus, or do we make a Defenders movie?
No, I wouldn't make a Defenders movie. I wouldn't.
Because you have to reintroduce all of them?
Yeah, and plus,
into at least the Disney universe.
And plus, I don't know how successful that movie does.
True.
I truly don't. Because, like, besides Daredevil and maybe Luke Cage, I don't know how much staying power an Iron Fist or a Jessica Jones have.
Well, that would be the ones that are carrying it are those two.
Yeah. Because
no one really knows, and then that's how you popularize those two other characters.
Kind
of like Guardians. That was an offshoot.
A little bit, yeah.
I mean, as a Marvel guy, I had never even heard of the Guardians.
It's got to be written right, though. Like, Guardians was written right.
Yeah.
And plus, I mean,
exactly. I agree.
You look at that cast. Vin Diesel, I know all I said is I am Groot, but you got Vin Diesel, Bradley Cooper, Chris freaking Pratt.
Yeah.
And then you also have, Dave Bautista, and I'm blanking on Gamora's actress's name. I should know this. But it was not like, you didn't have fucking nobodies coming in.
Well, that's what I'm saying, though.
It wasn't like Spider-Man where it's like, who's Tom Holland?
Well, that's the other thing to go with that is, like, are you recasting them then? Before you start that and get like a bigger name in there first.
I don't think the ones Coulter, the guy who played Luke Cage, I think is one of the only ones where I wouldn't, because he's popping up more and more in movies.
You would bring him in to do it again?
I would keep him, but like Jessica Jones, I know she's been in movies, but like I don't know her staying power with it.
She's not the one you're going to be riding on.
Yeah, it's really Daredevil and Luke Cage, I would say.
Those two characters are the ones you're going to be riding on.
Yeah, I would go more with that. You know who I would really love to do a movie with?
Huh.
Bernthal. Punisher.
Yeah.
Or was that another? Like, and that's a thing too. Like, that's a conversation too.
I feel like
for a different day.
I actually would like to keep the Punisher as a Disney Plus series because I've seen the other Punisher movies.
Zoe Saldana. That's who I was thinking.
Oh yeah. I've seen the Punisher movie. Oh, I saw the Punisher movie. I saw also the 1980 something or early 90s one.
Yeah.
They were fine. I didn't see Punisher Warzone, but I saw the other Punisher movies and they were fine. But I feel like it's almost better told in a series than it is in a one shoot.
And that's how I kind of feel about the
Defenders.
So I will ask you one last time.
Okay.
Namor, Nova, X-Men, Inhumans, Ghost Rider, Spider-Man 4, Deadpool 3, X-Force, Silver Surfer, Doctor Doom, Gambit and Rogue, Ant-Man and the Wasp 2, Thor, Lady Thor. Any other movies you want to add before we start trying to piece together what we got?
Do you do a Fantastic Four 2 Silver Surfer cross tie-in, or do we save that for the next phase?
The next phase.
Because then you can start bringing in Galactus.
Yeah, I wouldn't double up. With all the properties they have, I wouldn't double up in a phase.
Okay, what about Silver Surfer and have Galactus as part of that movie?
That's why I put Silver Surfer.
Okay,
down.
I'm just making sure.
Silver
that's what
Surfer
you're going.
would be just himself, no Fantastic Four.
No Galactus either?
Galactus could be in it.
I would say because he serves Galactus.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, he's fair game. It's just that's not a Fantastic Four movie.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
So here's what we got. 2 questions before we go on.
Okay.
Avengers 5 and Fantastic Four. Are we for sure locking those down? First, Avengers 5. Are we locking that down 2021? Because that's a question mark. The reason why it's a question mark, Black Panther's MCU, not Star Wars. Doctor Strange 2 is MCU. Spider-Man is technically Sony.
Yeah.
So would they come out with Avengers being a third MCU film?
Do we have anything set up to do an Avengers movie then? Or that's the problem is like, do we do a like East Coast? I mean, we can do Avengers, but then you have to like do an offshoot of like East Coast, Great Lakes, because the Avengers group is kind of dead at this point.
Is that an Avengers movie of Black Panther taking the mantle as the head of it?
Maybe because they want to, don't they?
Because we've got a Black Panther movie before that Avengers movie. We would have a Black Widow movie. Doctor Strange, Spider-Man, and Black Panther leading into it. But also, it could just be those movies are movies, and this is the beginning of like a Secret Wars. Or is that an Avengers versus X-Men, and that's the first time we get is that the Avengers finding out what mutants are and dealing with that and starting that whole thing? Or do they keep the X-Men separate? So that's the question.
Keep the X-Men separate until...
That's the question. Do you think we'll have enough for an Avengers movie in 2021?
I don't think we will because we're kind of breaking up the whole team in 2019.
So 2019, if we go off of the 3-year thing, 2022 would be 3 years.
Yeah.
Would Guardians 3 and Captain Marvel add anything to an Avengers movie? Maybe a Captain Marvel. Maybe.
Captain Marvel and Guardians would not necessarily... that I could think of.
So let's do this. 2021, we're going to have Black Panther 2, Doctor Strange 2, Spider-Man 3. Then in 2022, let's have, and the story doesn't matter. We're not coming up with the stories. We're just predicting the lineup. 2022 will be a 4-movie one. Guardians 3, Captain Marvel 2, Fantastic 4, and Avengers 5.
Let's do it that way, yeah.
Okay. So that means we've got...
Because we do sort of 3-year jumps.
Potentially 9 movies we have to fit in with possible 4 years here and there. The first question for you is we have on our list how many movies? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So really we're going to like 4 of these movies at the most get cut.
Yeah.
And they don't do. And obviously there's going to be someone in the comments that brings up something that we did not think of. I want to ask you this.
How many of those are freebies?
How many of those are freebies? Good question. Would Namor be a freebie? No. I'm going to say
who's he connected with right now?
It's not. They would have to get he's like a Hulk situation.
Okay, so you have to get the rights from like Universal or something.
But like I don't think that.
Then he's not a freebie.
So, let's say Ghost Rider, Deadpool, X-Force, Silver Surfer, Doctor Doom, Gambit. What, 6 of the 13? So half of them are freebies. But at that point, it's just filling in spots then.
Yeah.
What would you think out of the movies we listed, if you had to pick 3 that you were like, let's do in 2023, what would you be thinking?
Trying to think what movies we had because there's a lot of them we have now. You want?
Because Spider-Man 4, here, let me do this. Let me Facebook you this list.
Yes. Send me that list so I can actually see it in front of me.
Can see it. We should have a Google Drive going, but we're not that smart.
No, we're not. That's asking a lot of us.
Yeah, I Facebooked you the list so you can look at it. That's our list of movies. As I'm just working in our email, the emails. But Johnny doesn't use email.
Johnny,
he's too primitive for that.
Wow, that's rude.
He wants me to use Facebook.
I have a Google Doc right here, going, and Ricky's yelling at me like I don't use these.
But
give me a new one.
Here's the question I'll throw out right away.
Yeah.
Is with Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Because we mentioned it before. Spider-Man was 2017, 2019. So what? That's 2 years between 1 and 2. Then 3 would be another 2 years. Does that mean for sure one of the movies in 2023 is Spider-Man 4?
I mean, if we're actually going to do a Spider-Man 4, then yeah. Spider-Man 4...
I'm putting it down then.
Okay.
So we got 2 movies in 2023.
What if it's Spider-Man 4 Sinister 6? I think we should have them set up by now.
Perfect.
But
it's still a Spider-Man movie.
To some degree, we do have to think of what the storyline is going to be because the whole thing connects as I whack the mic.
But that works, Sinister 6, but the point is Spider-Man movie 2023.
I'm just trying to think of it because we do have to tie, we still have to some degree tie it in.
Yes. But let's do that. Spider-Man with a Sinister 6 story in 2023.
Yes.
Sinister 6. Perfect. So that means we've got potentially 2 movies. Because here's the thing. If we're going to do 4 movies in 2022, I don't think we do 4 movies the next year. That's way too much.
Try to not overdo it.
Yes.
Yeah.
What are 2 more movies in 2023? Is Nova something you'd want to get done sooner or later?
Hold on, let me get this other one on here, the 2020s list the pre-made 2020s list on this Google Drive I'm making right now, so I can keep my shit straight.
Yeah.
Control C. Throw this bitch on here. And oh crap. Okay, wait. Got it. Okay, now it's separated.
You're all good.
Keep Avengers 5. We decided is a 2022, right?
Yeah. So here. For those of you listening at home and for Johnny, I will read off our list as of right now. 2020, we have Black Widow and the Eternals. 2021, we have Black Panther 2, Doctor Strange 2, and Spider-Man 3, Home Alone. 2022, that was 2021. 2022, Guardians 3, Captain Marvel 2, Fantastic Four, Avengers 5. Then 2023, Spider-Man 4, and then in parentheses, I put Sinister 6 because that's going to be the story. And then on our list down here, I am gonna take Spider-Man away because he is
no longer in that.
No longer there.
No longer needed in that. There's Spider-Man 4. And then we don't want to do 4 movies, so. That's including a freebie at that point, right? We don't want to...
I would say let's stick to 3 movies in 2023. Only because we did 4 the year before.
I mean, here's the thing. If we... And this is what I'm trying to think of. What if we put a Nova movie in 2023, have them introduced in Guardians 3? What do you think about that?
Sorry, I had to.
No, I understand.
Turn back on.
You're fine. I was waiting for your answer
for our YouTube watchers. See, that's the thing, because also in Guardians 3, they're going to be using James Gunn's script.
Yeah.
which I'm assuming Adam Warlock is going to be.
Could be a huge part of that.
He could be teased at the end of Endgame and then used in Guardians 3. I'm okay with that. Where he's introduced in Guardians 3
and make his movie in 2023.
Perfect. Let's do that. Order though, because we'll put them in kind of an order
too. Okay.
Would you want Nova before or after Spider-Man within that year?
Let's figure out our third movie first, and then figure
then
out
I'll put
from there.
Nova down. So
I put Nova down as well.
So we've got Spider-Man 4 and Nova. So we're not. I would say let's not do a Fox movie.
No, let's keep it another Marvel movie.
Would it be Ant-Man and the Wasp? Let me see. Let me look at this. So Ant-Man, the first movie, came out in.
You want to give someone?
Let's see.
I would say possibly them.
It was 3 years in between.
You don't want to introduce another new person either necessarily. So maybe Ant-Man and the Wasp 2. Or do we want to save it so that we have another? I kind of want to. Shit.
Because think about it this way: 2020, we're introducing the Eternals. 2021, we're not introducing really anybody unless it's someone to a story.
Yeah, unless it's in someone else's story.
2022, then we're introducing Kamala Khan. We're introducing the Fantastic Four. Do we move Fantastic Four from 2022? And do that in 2023, because we can do that. We're predicting.
We are.
Nothing is set in stone.
Yeah, let's move that to 2023.
Cool.
Because it's already 2019, and they're not gonna have a lot of time to make that.
So let's do that.
Especially
let's put Fantastic Four, but then also put Ant-Man and the Wasp 2. Because I'm thinking here. Because think about it this way. We saw Ant-Man and the Wasp in 2018, right before Infinity War, but we're going to see them in Endgame, which is technically a year later. So 2 years after 2020.
You can't count them in Endgame because it's more of an Avengers than it is.
Yeah, but we're seeing their characters.
We are.
But what we have so far, it's not like we can't put them any sooner because we know for sure 2021 and 2020, we know those for sure. It's 2022 that's kind of flexible with Fantastic Four and Avengers 5 to where 2023, are you okay with Spider-Man 4, Nova, Fantastic Four, Ant-Man and the Wasp?
I was almost debating on saving Ant-Man and the Wasp for like another one so we don't have all new people.
Well, Ant-Man and the Wasp wouldn't be new people.
I'm saying for 2024, because look at the list we have after that. Unless you're going to... I mean, Fantastic Four is a little easier to ride on when it comes to new because we're just reintroducing them into the Marvel universe, which makes it fair on that. Yeah. And then I guess you could put X-Men in the 2024, again, same situation as Fantastic Four. You're sort of introducing them, but it's not like... harsh introduction. Like Namor would be kind of a harsh introduction. Silver Surfer is sort of harsh introduction, but 2024, I would almost want to say that Silver Surfer 2024, 2025.
We could also do like a Black Panther 3.
That's true. I almost forgot Doctor Strange 3.
Doctor Strange 3. We could do like, you know how they did a Black Widow movie. We could say, hey, we're gonna throw this kind of a movie in there. Let me see really quick. I'm looking at something to see because our list, I will say, is very. Oh, they are doing a Shang-Chi movie.
Oh, I forgot about the Shang-Chi. That's again a new one though.
So I'm gonna put it on the list. Shang-Chi, for spelling that's SHANG, and then dash CHI.
Okay.
Guardians 3 we already got. Doctor Strange 2 we already got. And then just other sequels. Captain Marvel, Ant-Man and the Wasp, yeah. So then you're saying for 2023, let's do just Spider-Man 4, Nova, and Fantastic Four?
For now, yeah.
How would you want to order those three? Let's order them.
Nova, Spider-Man, and then Fantastic Four.
Cool.
Start with like the one that like kind of what they're doing with Captain Marvel this year. The one that really people don't know, and then hitting it hard with Endgame.
Because the summer, you want that to be the summer.
You want the exactly.
Plus, let's be honest, Spider-Man's always in July.
Exactly, that's true.
He's always in July. So then 2024, what are we thinking?
2024.
Because let's see, do we have any... the Shang-Chi movie, do we have any details about when they're thinking about that movie coming out? Because if so, that makes our lives a lot easier. Let's see. Anything. No, we got nothing. So, really, here's the question I'll ask you. How soon do you want to introduce X-Men? Because we got 2 years to work with. Is X-Men let me ask this. Is X-Men on its own, or are we going to say, you know what, we did Avengers 5 in 2022. We're going to introduce the X-Men in Avengers 6, which would be 2025, which would be 3 years later.
I would make X-Men their own thing, not introduce them in Avengers 6 or whatever.
Think about it like Civil War.
Yeah.
Think of it like that.
I'm not going to force the Civil War. I'm going to start... No, let me finish.
Civil War.
Let me finish. Is in the point of, I don't want to throw the X-Men in when they haven't been introduced to the universe and have them fight the Avengers right off the bat.
We're not having them fight. They're just in the movie.
I would introduce them in their own movie or something.
So do we want an X-Men movie in 2025? Or do you want to introduce Fantastic Four? I would say X-Men 2025 then.
Not 2024?
Nope. I would not want to introduce Fantastic Four into X-Men. I'd want a little bit of a break.
Okay. Let's put X-Men in 2025 then.
Because you think of, let's put it this way. I know it's a freebie, but Deadpool 1 was 2016. Deadpool 2 was 2018. And that could always be added. That would mean the two, but the Fox deal could throw into that. 2024, do you want to throw Deadpool 3/X-Force?
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay.
That would be a freebie then.
So we'll put Deadpool/X-Force 2024. That means we'll do X-Men 2025. I'm going to say right now, the only one on our list that I am like, I'm not going to say not in love with, but I'm just going to kind of write off is Ghost Rider.
Then, yeah, I don't have a spot for him right now.
I think it's a good idea, but maybe not for Phase 4.
Introduce him in like a Doctor Strange 3 movie.
Yes. Yeah, that could...
The concept of him, at least.
Are we going to say Ant-Man and the Wasp for 2024?
Yeah, I already threw him in there, actually.
Okay. Now, 2024, I got two things for you.
Okay.
Do we do a Silver Surfer movie because we've already introduced Fantastic Four? Or do we do like a Guardians 4? Because Guardians 4, this would be, it'd only be 2 years. So never mind. It'll only be 2 years after Guardians.
Why don't we do like is it too soon to do a Doctor Strange 3 where it gives us the opportunity to either introduce Ghost Rider eventually, Doctor Doom, some stuff to go play with Doctor Doom eventually, or even the female Thor stuff. And
you don't like Lady Thor?
Well, I'm saying it could not to not give her her own movie, but to like introduce concepts that play into those.
So you're saying 2024 doing a Doctor Strange 3?
Yes.
How
do you feel about that?
That would be 3 years. I mean, Spider-Man's every 2. You got to think of it this way too. The only reason we haven't gotten Doctor Strange yet is because Cap is still around. Tony is still like now that everything is kind of freeing up a little bit,
Yeah, we got
it creates space to
for
be
someone
filled
else
in.
to be like thrown in and have
You know,
their
let's
more
do
regular
that.
movie.
Let's do a Doctor Strange 3 in 2024. You said 2024?
Yes.
That means Silver Surfer would be 2025 with X-Men?
Mm,
Or would we want to do Strange 3 in 2025, Silver Surfer in 2024?
I mean, we still have an open slot in 2024 because we used our freebie on Deadpool. So we could
Just put Silver Surfer there?
have a four movie that year.
Let's do Silver Surfer then at the end of the year. That year. So we'll have...
It'll be like a November one.
Let's start...
I can't spell surfer right, apparently.
So how... I'm going to take the lead on ordering
Yeah, you can
this.
do that.
Let's do Doctor Strange first.
Okay.
That'll be like our Captain Marvel type of movie. And because Ant-Man and the Wasp has always been like a July release as well. I'm thinking Doctor Strange 3, Deadpool 3/X-Force, Ant-Man and the Wasp 2, Silver Surfer at the end.
Okay, so he'll be like...
Unless you want to flip Silver Surfer and Deadpool, because Deadpool usually does well at the end of the year.
Let's flip those two, because then you got a strong one in the beginning, strong one at the two strong ones at the end that you can play with, and then Silver Surfer's kind of in the middle. So it's like, hey, it came out in like early summer, and Ant-Man and the Wasp will come out late summer.
Yeah, okay, that works.
Or
for
like
me.
September, and then it's like, let me try and get there. We go. So Ant-Man and the Wasp. No, Silver Surfer's gonna be second. No, Silver Surfer's second. As I can't get my computer to cooperate. Deadpool's last. Okay.
Now here's a question.
Okay.
2025 Avengers movie. I'm gonna ask it again because of the whole is waiting 4 years too much for an Avengers movie? Because the last time we would have had one was 2022 now. This would have been the third year. Because we can have an X-Men movie and then have an Avengers movie all on their side, and then they can post-credit scene to link so that the next one we can do could be Civil War-y.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think like what's the Avengers movie other than like what's the drama in the Avengers movie? Because you gotta think of some of these things, and we don't have to like give the whole storyline out there to them, but we need like how the storyline ties into the MCU.
Whatever the cosmic thread is, because Silver Surfer dives into it. Maybe this Avengers movie is because we've already solidified the Fantastic Four, that it's them, Reed Richards, and the Fantastic Four kind of teaming up. Or maybe that happens in a Spider-Man film later on, too. But I think that an Avengers film here would be good, because then it's not too Fox heavy.
And we also need something
strong either at the end or
we need a summer box office.
X-Men
basically,
X-Men could be our summer box office.
Think so?
Yes.
Okay.
People will come out for the.
We
first
also
X-Men
need, we
movie.
also need a strong name in there to like kind of tie in them. And usually there's always like, hey, there's this new person being introduced to our universe, but there's also someone you're already comfortable with.
I think that if the year X-Men is released, it's a summer movie.
Okay.
And the reason why I say that is it's the first time X-Men in the MCU, people are going to come.
See it.
It's like Infinity War and Endgame. You don't have to market those movies. People are going to freaking come to those movies.
Yeah, that's true.
Avengers could be actually maybe towards what? Light bulb went off.
Isn't there a series where the X-Men fight Namor? Or no, the Avengers fight Namor?
Maybe. I don't know. You're more of a Marvel guy.
I can't remember.
Namor is not a guy that I am.
I'm not familiar with Namor either.
Versus Namor. Yes.
We can make that the 2025 one that introduces Namor then for the next phase, at least, and then Namor's not there.
So Avengers 6.
Or do we make it a Black Panther 3 and have, because doesn't he have beef with Namor?
Yeah, but I'm not doing
We could just make an Avengers 6.
I'm not doing a Black Panther 3.
Let's make it Avengers 6.
Good.
It could be led by Black Panther, like you said in 5, and it would still be led by him then, possibly. And that would end up making like the beef with Namor a little bit more MCU-ish.
2018, 2023. Yeah. 2025, let's start off with a Black Panther 3.
Okay.
The only reason I say that is he's going to be your next like Cap kind of character.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, it's like, how well did the first movie do? How well is the second one going to do? It's 3 years in between. This one would be it. So we'll start off with Black Panther 3, then go into X-Men Avengers, and is that it? Or do you want to throw in like a Thor movie? You know what?
Well, we still didn't throw in the Shang-Chi we're supposed to get, or did we not?
I think that's one we don't know if it's going to be for sure Phase 4. It could be. We could throw that in here, and that could just be like your... So Black Panther in February, then Shang-Chi before the X-Men in July, and then Avengers at the end of the year. Kind of like how Thor Ragnarok was at the end of the year.
We can do that.
So let's do that.
Because they are talking about doing Shang-Chi, although like the ones we're kind of bringing into this.
Now, I know the thing that kind of plays into this, too, is like we didn't put Doctor Doom in there, but we don't know if Disney's going to keep the same
Doctor Doom movie
production schedule as...
Same with Gambit and Rogue. We don't know if they're going to keep that.
So here's what we've got so far, and you tell me what you think. So 2023, I'll start with that because we made changes there. No, 2022 because we made changes there.
Yes, we did.
Guardians 3, Captain Marvel 2, Avengers 5. Then 23, Nova, Spider-Man 4, Fantastic Four. Then, the two things with 4 in the title. Then 24, or Spider-Man 4, Fantastic Four, all in 24. No, that's too much.
That's a lot of 4.
Then in 24, we got Doctor Strange 3, Silver Surfer, Ant-Man and the Wasp 2, Deadpool / X-Force. Then in 2025, Black Panther 3, Shang-Chi, X-Men, Avengers. Are you good with that? Do you want to change anything?
No, the only thing I want to think of then is like, if we're doing Black Panther, is it his own story or is that the one where we kind of...
whatever we want.
I'm just saying to tie, because again, I'm trying to tie everything in with the universe. Is that the one where there's something to where you get an introduction to Namor, or is that the Avengers still where you get an introduction to Namor? That would be the question.
We said Black Panther 3 was going to be the introduction to Namor because the Avengers were going to interact with the Fantastic Four. Because of the Fantastic Four and Silver Surfer, this is where the Avengers find out about that cosmic entity that's coming after them.
I get it. Okay, that works for me. I can't take Namor. I'm keeping the rest of like the what's left in the little separate thing down below.
I will say it one more time, and on YouTube, I'm going to plan to put a graphic up for this. So here is our complete predictions for Phase 4. They'll probably be wrong, but this was fun to do. So 2020, Black Widow and the Eternals. That's it. Then in 2021, Black Panther Dose, Doctor Strange Dose, Spider-Man 3, Home Alone. Then, number 22, Guardians 3, Captain Marvel 2, Avengers 5. Then in 2023, Nova, Spider-Man 4, Fantastic Four. Then in 2024, Doctor Strange 3, I believe that would be. Doctor Strange 3, Silver Surfer, Ant-Man and the Wasp 2, Deadpool 3 / X-Force. Might just be an X-Force movie, I'll be honest.
We're just putting because it could be either one.
Then in 2025, Black Panther 3, Shang-Chi, X-Men, Avengers. This has been a whomping of a topic, Johnny. This is where you guys come in. Let us know what you think down below. I'm even going to ask him if he's got any final thoughts, because I know he doesn't. We went for almost an hour on this.
Yeah.
It was great.
No, I'm just kind of completing the list on Google Drive, so we have it for if you want to post it down below for them.
I'm gonna put it for YouTube. I'm gonna put it as a graphic.
Okay.
I'll come up with something nice for them to look at.
I'll send it to you so that you have it all.
I have it all in my email, but if you want to send it to me, that'll work too. But
Farbadurkle.
Yeah, let me know what you guys think. Yeah, forget him. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. What would be your phase for Marvel? Complete predictions up till 2025, the next 6 years that they have planned for movies. What would it be for you? Is there anything that we missed? Let us know what you think down below in that comment section.